If you're looking for a keyboard case for your iPad Pro and you're trying to decide between the Magic Keyboard or the Logitech Folio Touch, then you're in the right place because in this video, we're going to show off all the differences between these keyboards and help you decide which one is right for you. Now, first and foremost, the Apple Magic Keyboard comes in at about $300 and the Logitech Folio Touch comes in at $170. So if you choose to buy the Folio Touch, you're going to save quite a bit of money versus what the Magic Keyboard costs. But personally, I really love the Magic Keyboard and I think it has a couple features that make it a much better buy over the Folio Touch. The first thing about the Folio Touch is you have to deal with the kickstand on the back, but if you decide that you want to use this on your lap, you are going to find that dealing with the kickstand is pretty annoying. And I just really like how with the Apple Magic Keyboard, it's just got the rigid base on it, so it's able to just have the iPad floating, and you're able to still type on it and keep very steady with it. The next big difference is on the Apple Magic Keyboard, your iPad just magnetically attaches. On the Folio Touch, you have to insert the iPad into the case, and it is a little bit of a tight squeeze. Another thing that's kind of different about them, if you're using the iPad and you don't want to be using the keyboard, on the Folio Touch, you just fold the keys over on the back side and then you hold the keys, which I think is kind of awkward. On the Magic Keyboard, if you don't want to use the keyboard, you can't fold it up or reverse it. You just need to remove the case and put it off to the side while you hold your iPad. The Magic Keyboard comes in both black and white, while the Folio Touch is only available in gray, and the Apple Keyboard has the leather look throughout, and the Folio Touch has this really nice cloth look. I think both of them look nice and they have a premium feel, but I do prefer the leather on the Apple case. If we start to actually compare the keyboards and the trackpads on these, you'll notice that the Logitech Folio Touch does have a bigger trackpad than the Apple Magic Keyboard, but on the Folio Touch, you can only click in the bottom left and right corners. You can't click in the top areas. And the Apple Magic Keyboard, you can click anywhere on the trackpad. And both of them are really easy to type on, but I do feel like the Magic Keyboard just resembles the laptop feel a little bit better than the Logitech one does. The Logitech keys just feel a little bit looser and smaller and not quite as tactile as the Magic Keyboard keys. Both of these keyboards have backlighting, but on the Logitech case, you do find that you get a full row of function keys, which actually comes in handy for adjusting the volume, skipping songs, adjusting screen brightness, which you can do all of these things using the trackpad and going to the command center, but I just think it's really nice having those built-in function keys on the Logitech case. Also on the keyboard, the Folio Touch has full-size left and right arrow keys, while the Magic Keyboard has half-size left and right arrow keys. Another big difference between these two, the Logitech case doesn't give you an extra USB-C port, but on the Apple Magic Keyboard, you do get an extra port on the side that you can charge your iPad with, which really comes in handy because then you can charge it with the case, and you can use the built-in USB port on the iPad for peripherals or for data storage. As far as using these as a case, the Folio Touch does feel a little bit more durable and it wraps all the way around the edges of the iPad. You'll also notice there's a little bit of cushion beneath the keyboard, so I feel like this would absorb an impact better than the Apple Magic Keyboard would. So this is definitely going to feel a little bit more durable to you than the Apple Magic Keyboard, but this case is also heavier than the Magic Keyboard. The Folio Touch also has more space for your palms at the front of the keyboard than the Magic Keyboard does, but I don't feel like this is a big deal one way or the other. So if we're trying to decide which of these cases you should buy, the first thing that you need to ask is if you can spend $300 on a keyboard case or not. Because if you need to save money, then the Folio Touch does still give you almost all the same features that the Apple Magic Keyboard has. The main difference is the Apple Magic Keyboard has the fantastic cantilever design, and it makes your iPad float, but with the Logitech Folio Touch, your iPad's just gonna be sitting using that kickstand, and if you wanna fold up the case, you're gonna have all the keys exposed on the back side, which is a little bit annoying. But there's two big areas where the Folio Touch wins, besides just being cheaper. First, the function keys are really nice, and I also really like this magnet that they give you for keeping it closed. What's really great about this magnet is it keeps the keyboard from being able to open up, and it also holds your Apple Pencil in place. With the Apple Magic Keyboard, the Apple Pencil just kind of hangs out on top and can easily be knocked off and lost whenever you're transporting it. So this is going to be a better case for holding the Apple Pencil. But if you're not worried about the price and you want the best typing experience, especially using it on a chair, on your lap, I would just spend the extra money, buy the Apple Magic Keyboard because it is a lot more enjoyable to type on, and you're not going to have to worry about any unsteadiness when you're using it on your lap. If you have any other questions about these two keyboards, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. If you're interested in buying either of them, I do have links in the description below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any upcoming content.